Awards. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea Guerra, and I am the Outreach and Resource Management Student Lead for the Margot F. Souza Student Leadership Center. It has been a memorable experience to have been part of the Student Leadership Center team and an honor to have worked with Jess and Jacob for the past 2 years. I am a senior here at UC Merced studying critical race and ethnic studies, and I will be graduating in just a couple weeks. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 UC Merced Student Leadership Awards. The annual UC Merced Student Leadership Awards is an event that celebrates the student leadership that we have seen around year by our Bobcat community. Even through a remote environment, student leaders have been able to engage in impactful leadership this academic year. It is now my pleasure to introduce our host for today's event, Brandon Lopez, a native of Modesto, California, and a first-year student here at UC Merced. As a first year, Brandon is a member of the Yosemite Leadership Program, the Leadership and Service Living Learning Community, and a mechanical engineer student.
Thank you, Andrea, for the great introduction. Growing up in the heart of California in Modesto, I can definitely say I'm Valley proud, and so glad I can call UC Merced home. My name is Brandon Lopez, and my pronouns are he, him, él, and I'm a first-year, first-generation Chicano majoring in mechanical engineering. Currently, I am involved in the Yosemite Leadership Program and the Leadership and Service LLC. With the intentions of becoming a better leader, learning more about myself, and making lifelong connections as I go. I'm honored to host the 2021 Leadership Awards because leadership means a lot to me. I have seen the great power leadership has and the lasting impact it can have. Personally, I have been able to find my inner voice through my leadership experiences, and I know the more I practice it, the greater the impact it can have. Everyone is a leader in their own way, and I cannot express the excitement I have to celebrate my Bobcat family for all their accomplishments tonight. Now, before we get started, I did want to go over some logistics for this event and for everyone watching. Please know that this event is being recorded and will be uploaded online. All those who registered will receive a link once the recording is available. We would love for all viewers to engage in the chat. Send your congratulations and your great energy throughout the event. We'd love to see it. Third, I'd like to acknowledge several people for their support of student leadership at UC Merced. Thank you, Margot F. Souza, a native of the Central Valley and our most passionate and dedicated supporter of the Margot F. Souza Student Leadership Center and the UC Merced community as well. I believe Margot is listening in. Thank you so much, Margot. Thank you to Nomination Review Committee, the UC Merced Graduate Division, and the University Friends Circle for all your support of student leadership here at UC Merced. And last, thank you to all students, faculty, staff, families, and community members for your support of UC Merced students. It is a true community effort to engage in leadership, and we appreciate all of you. And now I would like to introduce you to Jess Evora, who leads the Margot F. Souza Student Leadership Center here at UC Merced.
Thank you so much, Brandon. As Brandon said, my name is Jess Evora, and I am on the Souza Leadership Center team here at UC Merced, and it has been quite the year. I believe in leadership so much because I believe leadership is essentially, right, becoming the best version of yourself, empowering others to become the best versions of themselves, and then working together, collaborating with our teammates, with our community to make positive change. And it has been so inspiring to see our students do just that. The Souza Leadership Center aspires to develop leaders, and to see how our students have been so resilient during these times has been such an inspiration. So I want to thank all of our student leaders for your resilience, for your inspiration, for checking in on each other. Leadership looks like so many different things at so many different levels, so thank you. I also want to thank, of course, Margot F. Souza, who has been a champion, as Brandon has mentioned. Thank you, Margot. I'm pretty sure she's listening in. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce another champion of student leadership, someone who I also truly admire and learn so much from, and who truly has been an excellent leader and really a great role model of leadership during these times. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Dr. Charles Meese.
Thanks so much, Jess, and thanks everyone. It's truly an honor to join you all tonight, even in this virtual space. We can still come together and feel the powerful energy that leadership has to bring. as we reflect on this past year, a lot has gone on. And one of the other things that happened this past year is that we lost a legend in the leadership world, at least a legend in my book, that is, and that is the Honorable Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She said many phenomenal statements throughout her career, but one that has always stuck with me is a quote that she said, "Fight for the things you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you." And as I think about and reflect on the value of student leadership, it is that journey from believing that you have to do it all by yourself to that powerful discovery that when you lead with others and others join in with you, you can create change. You create leadership. And that is what is so powerful and what we celebrate tonight is the leadership that you have all created by believing in and passionately caring about those things that have driven you to create that positive change in our world. So I am excited to be a part of this and part of the celebration of all that you have done is you have created leadership, is you have created change at UC Merced and throughout the Central Valley. I'm also honored because I get to start out tonight and kick off by announcing some of our first awards. And our first awards are the Contribution to Student Affairs Awards, recognizing students that have worked for the Division of Student Affairs and really to better the student experience throughout their time at UC Merced. Each student that is being recognized tonight is in support of the 3 strategic initiatives within the division and focuses on the advancement of access and equity programs, the development of a community of scholars, and the integration of co-curricular and curricular educational experiences. And so tonight is my honor to recognize 5 students. We normally recognize 3, but tonight we're recognizing 5. And some of that is because there are 3 students that are part of a program and an experience that a lot of you may not even know about. We have the Center for Educational Partnership, which is a group of over 80 staff and student staff that are in high schools throughout the Central Valley from Bakersfield all the way up to Sacramento, helping to support youth in our communities find and discover their voices and find the opportunities that exist for them to go to college. And so tonight is my honor to recognize 3 of our student staff members that have worked with the Center for Educational Partnership in these really powerful learning assistance roles as they have been in our high schools, supporting the college-going culture and helping youth in the Central Valley discover their way to their educational goals. So the first person I'd love to recognize tonight is Aaron Alberto. Congratulations, Aaron. Aaron is one of our learning assistants. In fact, his nominator talked about the fact that he not only helps so many students in our school systems, but he is there to help his peers should they have any questions and need any support on how they can serve and do the role that they have as a learning assistant. So not only is he making a difference with the students in our schools, but he is advancing that by helping his peers through the work that they take. Thank you, Alberto, for your contribution to student affairs. Next, I'd like to recognize Lisa Vu and the opportunity to thank her for what she has done. Lisa also is one of our learning assistants, and she helps seniors applying for colleges and the scholarships by helping them with their writing. She also has assisted them in implementing social emotional skills during tutoring sessions and to help those students deal with everyday stressors. She is a liaison for our students and links them to staff to support their success. Thank you so much, Lisa, for the powerful work that you do as a learning assistant. And our third staff member from the Center for Educational Partnership is Regina Boma. I'd like to thank Regina as a positive impact on all of our students. She makes learning fun for our students, and you can see her love for teaching math concepts. When students are struggling with math concepts, Regina can explain those concepts in a way that really assists those students to be their best self. Thank you so much, Regina, for the work that you have done and for advancing that. I'd now like to recognize 2 more students for their contributions to student affairs. And Jess, I probably skipped all over yours. I'm so sorry.
You're fine, you're fine.
All right. The next person I'd love to recognize is Yulissa Penzola. And Yulissa, during the COVID-19 pandemic, by state mandate, we had to keep social distancing and isolate ourselves. But she was able to find ways to continue to do the USDA food distribution and lead that selflessly on the front lines, helping our students. She not only does it complete by helping her job with other students, but also serving the Merced County community and always open to helping those students and those families in needs. She has been a majority contributor to the Bobcat Pantry operations and served our graduate and undergraduate students tirelessly. Thank you so much, Yulissa, for your contributions and serving our students and for your leadership in making a difference. And the final contribution to student affairs I'd love to recognize is Diana Garcia. Diana Garcia is a lead coordinator on the orientation team. She's on the advisory board member for the Souza Leadership Center and soon to be an alumna of the Yosemite Leadership Program. Diana gives all of her to everything that she does, and she also leads by example. She participates fully in all programs in which she is a participant or a leader and willing to make herself vulnerable and push herself to do things that might scare even her. But by doing so, she encourages others and support others to do the same as they stretch themselves and grow. Diana has contributed to student success by helping so many to find their way at UC Merced, navigate resources, and get involved. Thank you, Diana, for your contribution to our students and student success at UC Merced. And with that, I'd now like to turn it back over to Brandon to continue to host and celebrate the student leadership at UC Merced.
All right, so it is now my pleasure to introduce Cassie Gunter, Graduate Resource Coordinator of the UC Merced Graduate Division, who will present the Most Outstanding Graduate Student Award.
Thank you, Brandon. The Most Outstanding Graduate Student Award recognizes a graduate student who demonstrated exceptional leadership skills by engaging in specific actions and practices in the past academic year. They have made a clear, positive impact on UC Merced and the campus community through their actions. This individual has also led others to engage in teamwork, to engage others within our community. It is my honor to announce that the recipient of this year's award is Jose Zamora. As a Center for Cellular and Biomolecular Machines mentor, Jose served in an official capacity as a graduate student mentor for new graduate students here at UC Merced. Jose also led monthly professional development workshops. Jose's largest impact through his leadership has been assisting incoming graduate students prepare to reach their own full capacity as students and leaders here at UC Merced. Now let's take it back to Brandon.
All right, so it is now my pleasure to introduce Patty Kishi, co-chair of the 2020-2021 University Friends Circle Scholarship Committee, who will announce this year's UFC Award winners.
Thank you, Brandon. I've had the pleasure of serving as co-chair of the UFC Scholarship Committee, along with Teresa Pitta. We have the honor of celebrating students and student organizations who are engaged in the community, making an impact as student leaders. It is my pleasure to announce this year's recipients of the 2021 University Friends Circle Awards. First, we have this year's winners of the UFC Community Service Awards. This award recognizes a student club or organization for exemplary service in their community. The University Friends Circle will provide these recipients with a $1,000 award to support their continued community service efforts. Our first award goes to Radio Bio, which is a student organization that produces a podcast of the same name, where UC Merced, UC Merced biology graduate students talk with scientists about biological systems from molecules to ecosystems. Radio Bio continues to engage not just the UC Merced community, but a wide variety of students and professionals with their engaging, important conversations. They serve as thought leaders in the field of biology, and their contributions to our community have been invaluable in the past several years. And Radio Bio has provided us with a video to share their gratitude for this award.
Radio Bio, we want to thank the University of Friends Circle for your continued support and for this generous award, which helps us further our mission of increasing scientific literacy to the Central Valley and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The second student organization being recognized is Phi Delta Epsilon. They have dedicated great effort to serving the Merced community during what was a difficult year. Their efforts have included a food drive with the Merced Food Bank, as well as providing care packages for Merced community members who are currently experiencing homelessness. We are proud to present the second UFC Community Service Organization Award to Phi Delta Epsilon, and they have provided us with a video to share their gratitude for this award.
Hi, my name is Maddie Dort, and I am a part of Phi Delta Epsilon. We want to say thank you to the University Friends Circle Scholarship Committee for choosing us to be the 2021 recipient of the University Friends Circle Community Organization Award. With this money, we hope to continue to outreach the Merced community and support those in need. We know that it takes time to make change, and so we're so grateful for all your support so we can continue to do so. Thank you again.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to seeing what we'll be able to do in the future.
I would also like to recognize the UC Merced student leaders who received this year's University Friends Circle Individual Scholarship Awards for their exemplary service to our community. Thank you to all students listed here for your leadership. We have Andrew King, Joshua Jones, Adrian Butron-Boada, Jihad Elhan Nafi, Nicholas Morales-Guillen, and Emily Licklider. Congratulations to all. And now I'll send it back to Brandon.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Haley Montoya of the Office of Student Involvement, who will introduce the Office of Student Involvement Leadership Awards.
Thank you so much, Brandon. It's really great to be here again tonight. The Office of Student Involvement really wants to acknowledge all of our student leaders and our student organizations for remaining resilient and passionate throughout this past academic year. We know it has not been easy, so thank you for all that you've done for our UC Merced community. We decided to change up our awards this year to be able to highlight our student leaders and our student organizations who have adapted and continue to be innovative. So first up, we have the Virtual Bobcat Hero Award. This award recognizes a student who has been developing innovative projects to provide support to others or their organization during this virtual environment. So congratulations to Sally Vargas. Her nominator mentioned how Sally planned a virtual philanthropy competition week for Phi Mu with our other fraternity and sorority organizations participating. Her nominator also mentioned how Sally's drive and passion helped bring together the Greek community during this week. With the challenges of being virtual, Sally was able to raise $2,615 to the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. She has also helped donate over 1,000 non-perishable items to the Pop-Up People's Pantry here in Merced. Congratulations again, Sally, and thank you for all you did for the community this year. Next up, we have the Rising Phoenix Award. This award recognizes a student who has engaged in meaningful experiences to advance their own personal development, professional development, and/or transformative learning through engaging and actively participating in workshops, conferences, and retreats. So congratulations to Cheyenne Tompkins. Her nominator mentioned how Cheyenne worked diligently to be one of the student presentations at this year's 2020 Leadership Conference. Cheyenne is also involved throughout campus in BSU, African Black Coalition as an orientation leader, and she's also a Shaw peer mentor. Cheyenne now runs a blog website with the mission to uplift the narratives of the Black community while creating a space for other communities through her features and guest series. Congratulations, Cheyenne, and thank you for all that you do. For our next award, we have the Bobcat Sense of Belonging Impact Award. This award recognizes a student who has been heavily involved either with a formal or informal leadership role and is involved in at least one student organization. And they have really made a lasting impact for their community by providing an active and engaging membership development program that really promotes the holistic member engagement and encourages a lifelong commitment. So congratulations to Derek Fong. His nominator mentioned in his role as the Vice President of Programming for Phi Delta Epsilon, he has created a welcoming environment for all new members during their meetings and events by implementing activities that encourage trust, friendship, and leadership. Derek has also created a kudos program in his role as a tour guide for campus. Congratulations, Derek. Thank you for all that you've done to encourage our community and our lifelong commitment. The next award that we have is our Building Community Award. This award recognizes a student organization who has helped create a sense of belonging within their organization, campus community during this virtual environment. Despite all the challenges they have faced, they have continued to build community and thrive. So congratulations to the Graduate Student Association. During the COVID-19 crisis, GSA has gone above and beyond to foster a sense of community amongst graduate students by providing a comprehensive set of online social events in collaboration with multiple different departments on campus, and they have really shown their commitment to DEI efforts. GSA developed new officer positions, including an undocumented affairs and legislative affairs, to adapt to the needs of their members and graduate students across campus. And they've really tried to create a more inclusive space for everyone. Congratulations to the Graduate Student Association, and thank you for your commitment in creating community here at UC Merced. And our very last award that we will be giving out tonight is our Bobcat Leaders in Action Award. This award recognizes a student organization that has placed a strong emphasis on and commitment to leadership development within their organization and encouraging campus involvement, including but not limited to actively participating in events, being involved in multiple student organizations, and undergraduate research, or etc. Congratulations to Pre-Med Central. They have, throughout this past year, Pre-Med Central has developed various workshops, panels, and events for the entire campus and others. In these events, they invited many other students across the US and medical professionals to really help them create those new connections. Pre-Med Central is one of our largest student organizations on campus with around 200 students involved right now. With the challenges of being virtual, they created a peer mentor program within their organization, so members were able to continue feeling connected to one another. And now, Pre-Med Central has prepared a small video for us. Congratulations again, Pre-Med Central. Thank you to the winners and everyone who was nominated. Our community would not be able to thrive without each and every one of you. And I will now pass it back to Brandon.
Thanks, Haley. And now I'm going to send it back over to Jess Evora, Associate Director of the Margot F. Souza Student Leadership Center, who will announce the final awards of the night.
Thank you so much, Brandon. So I have the pleasure of announcing the Distinguished Leadership Awards as well as the Chancellor Awards. So I'm really, really excited. And we are going to first start with the Distinguished Leadership Awards. Now, the Distinguished Leadership Awards are awards that really recognize an undergraduate student or graduate student who has demonstrated exceptional leadership skills in the past academic year. This individual has made a significant impact within the UC Merced community through their exemplary leadership. these individuals, I should say, because we've actually awarded 3 student leaders with the Distinguished Leadership Award. I first want to say a special thank you to everyone who's been nominated, all our student leaders, because it's especially tough this year. We had so much great leadership, and it's really testament to our UC Merced students. And so I would like to start off with our first recipient. Which is Jason Balthazar. Jason Balthazar was awarded for this award for his exemplary work as a student leader in many capacities. His nominator has stated that Jason has done so much, not just for his community and his peers, but really just as a role model in general. And I want to share with you something that the person who nominated Jason said. Jason has shown leadership in many ways. He always says that at UC Merced, we are all pioneers and we all have the opportunity to start something big. He rose into leadership in the professional business organization, Alpha Kappa Psi, and used the skills he acquired to give back to the community. And this is just one example of Jason's exemplary leadership here at UC Merced. Congratulations, Jason. Our second awardee is Justina Crawford, who has truly shown her leadership in reviving a student organization that previously was struggling, that was lacking leadership, and that was really doing great things prior to losing that leadership. So Justina took it upon herself to lead and inspire others in revamping the student organization, Minority Association of Pre-Medical Students at UC Merced, also known by the acronym MAPS. Justina led the process to redevelop the organization's constitution, find an executive board, and procure over 20 student members. The individual who nominated Justina felt that her leadership truly made the chapter what it is today. She worked with doctors, clinics, and hospitals to develop a strong network for the organization. The UC Merced chapter would not be standing. The UC Merced chapter of Minority Association of Pre-Medical Students, again, also known as MAPS, would not be standing today without the leadership of Justina Crawford. Thank you, Justina, for your leadership. Next, we have Alan Chen. Now, Alan was Vice President of Chinese Union, the UC Merced division, among many other leadership roles. He demonstrated leadership through role modeling, inspiring others, and making sure that not only the big picture, but also that the details mattered, that the people were also supported, not just the overall goal. The individual who nominated Alan said that Alan collaborated with his peers and demonstrated distinguished leadership in the Chinese Union UC Merced division. As one of the leaders in the division, he also helped to organize every single event and news update and strived to make sure that his peers were supported, felt like part of the team, and were empowered. According to his nominator, when Alan is leading, everything goes smoothly. Congratulations, Alan, for your award. And now I would like to, we will be moving on to the Legacy Award. Now, the Legacy Award is one of the highest honors at UC Merced. It is awarded to a student, a graduating student, who has done leadership in their own unique way, but has also made a large impact in various aspects at UC Merced, truly leaving a leadership legacy of their own, ensuring that their leadership lives on and makes an impact beyond their graduation. Now that is a beautiful definition of leadership. Now I would like to share with you the recipient of this award. And that is Yesenia Ramirez Sigala. Now, Yesenia did quite a bit to deserve this award. She was nominated by a peer as a leader in the orientation staff. Yesenia really developed resilient leadership in making sure that orientation ran smoothly despite being a remote, virtual, 100% virtual for the first time. Yesenia kept her peers motivated, focused, she was people-centered as well as student-centered, making sure that our UC Merced students who entered UC Merced felt welcomed, felt in the know, doing all this while also navigating the remote experience on her own. Yesenia's peers are extremely proud of her, as well as those who supervised Yesenia, who advised Yesenia, a much-deserved award. And Yesenia actually provided us with a thank you video that we are excited to show you right now.
Hi, everybody. It brings me with great joy to be joining you all today to collect the Legacy Award. I want to thank Diana first and foremost for nominating me for this award. Thank you for always believing in the work that I have done and continue to do, the orientation program and SMP for always allowing me to come into spaces to work with the team and innovate and create content for all our students. You all are key contributors to the type of leadership that I've been able to develop, and more than anything, the type of person I have become. So thank you all for always supporting me and providing the space for me to grow. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Yesenia, for all of your work. Now, our next award is a Chancellor's Award, the Steve and Mia King Student Leadership for Social Change Prize. Now, this award honors Steve and Mia King's commitment, our former Chancellor Steve and Mia King's commitment to UC Merced students, and inspires current students to strive to become change agents in their society and continue to lead by example. The prize is awarded annually to an outstanding student who has distinguished themselves by their demonstrated leadership in social change, either in the campus community or in the greater Merced community. And what is beautiful about this year's recipient is that this year's recipient, they really provided leadership both in the UC Merced community, but also in the broader Merced community. This individual, while earning a doctorate degree, still found ways to stay engaged with both the undergraduate experience as well as in the community. As a member of the Graduate Student Association, this member helped revise the Graduate Student Association's diversity and inclusion statement, helped revive the constitution of the organization, really led by example, all while pursuing their studies at UC Merced. And what is really also really empowering about this individual is that they did this throughout their entire time at UC Merced as a doctoral student, while again, really engaging in the rigor of the UC Merced community. This individual also was an advocate for women in STEM, mentoring and providing resources and networking opportunities for the Merced community and UC Merced. Really finding multiple important ways to engage in leadership, both with the undergraduate community, the graduate community, and the Merced community. And so it is truly an honor to announce this individual as our Steve and Mia King Leadership for Social Change recipients. And that is Ridvika VPS. Now, before I play her thank you video, I would like to first share with you a little bit about what the nominator said about Ridvika's work. Now, this individual truly led by example, found ways to engage in diversity and inclusion, including, again, diversifying efforts at the Graduate Student Association and advocating for women in STEM. It's a true honor to work with Ridvika, and now I am excited to share with you this beautiful video that Ridvika VPS made for us to thank everyone for acknowledging her extreme leadership, when in reality, we should be thanking you, Ridvika.
First of all, thank you so much. This is such an honor, and I'm so grateful for this award. Being at UC Merced has been a formative experience for me. I'm a better scientist. I've learned to step into leadership roles and advocate for the things I care about. And the community here has given me space as a non-binary female presenting person from India in ways a lot of other places wouldn't. So there's a lot of people I want to thank, but I'm short on time. So you know who you are. Thank you so very much.
Thank you again. I really appreciate the video they made. Thank you so much, Ridvika VPS. And now it is my pleasure to announce our last award of the year. This award is also a Chances Award, amazing honor. This award is the Carol Tomlinson Kesey Award. Now, the Carol Tomlinson Kesey Award recognizes a student during their 2021 year, undergraduate or graduate, whose influence, ideas, and activities throughout their time at UC Merced has demonstrated exemplary leadership in multiple facets, I should say. Through their college career, they have left a lasting positive impression on the institution, raising the standards of excellence and the standards of leadership for all UC Merced students for years to come. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of this year's Carol Tomlinson Kesey Award, Kinsey Brock. Now, I'd also like to share a few words from those who nominated Kinsey. Now, those who nominated Kinsey described Kinsey as a dear mentor, as an advisor, as a role model, as an advocate, and as a leader. Kinsey will be earning her doctorate degree this year. Congratulations. Kinsey is being recognized for her incredible leadership and engagement during her time at UC Merced. Her impact will be long lasting. She was nominated by her peers, faculty, her faculty advisor, Dr. Jessica Blois, and the students with whom she works within the School of Natural Sciences Living Learning Community. She's also a proud member of the award-winning podcast, Radio Bio, which also serves as a UC Merced student organization. And with that, I am honored to announce Kinsey Brock as our recipient of the Carol Tomlinson Kesey Award. Now, before I turn it over to Brandon, I do want to say some acknowledgements. Thank you to all of our recipients, and also thank you to tonight's presenters, Andrea, Brandon, Dr. Neese, Cassie, Patty, Haley. Thank you to Haley Montoya specifically, who really played a huge part in planning the Leadership Awards. A lot of behind the scenes work went on, and Haley was behind a lot of it. And then our host, first year student, Brandon Lopez, a student leader who did not wait until he stepped on campus to engage. It did not stop him that he had not been on campus and that he was not on campus. He decided he would dive headfirst into his UC Merced experience, and that is leadership at its finest. And then the Student Leadership Center, Student Advisory Board, who also did a lot of work behind the scenes. And with that, I will now kick it over to our amazing host, Brandon Lopez.
Thank you, Jess. So congratulations to all the recipients and to all families, friends, and all members of the UC Merced community. Without each and every single one of you, we wouldn't have the opportunity to engage in student leadership here at UC Merced. So let's applaud every single person at this event tonight. So the Souza Leadership Center and the Office of Student Involvement would like to thank Margot F. Souza for your incredible support and your passion for leadership. Thank you, Margot. Thank you to University Friends Circle, the Nomination Review Committee, our graduate division colleagues and involvement, and all of you, the UC Merced community, for your presence, commitment, and support of student leadership at UC Merced. Thank you to all our student leaders who were recognized tonight. Thank you to all nominees and all who nominate a student leader. Thank you for your leadership. And last, we would like to thank all UC Merced students. We all have the potential to engage in leadership, even if we get outside of our comfort zone, if we listen to our community needs, and if we aim for thoughtful collaboration, then we can truly engage in impactful leadership and remain lifelong learners far beyond our years at UC Merced. Thank you for welcoming us into your homes and allowing me to be your host. Have a great night.